All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ranting Raving Podcast. I am your host, Pink Lee, and today I have a very special guest with me.
SUPREEM Da REZAREKTA. What's up, y'all?
Hey, Supreme. Can you let the audience know a little bit about who you are and what you do?
I'm a Philadelphia hip-hop, funk, live band, solo MC. Some call me legend. Some say OG, but I'm just a artist that love to perform and get on stage and have a good time.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I have seen you perform, and I'm going to tell you one thing. You definitely bring that energy.
Thank you.
That energy, you could definitely tell that you are a skilled hip-hop artist, and you've been around for a minute just killing it. And it's like, it's great to see that you're still in the game, still doing exactly what you love to do and doing it well. Doing it better than some of these young cats out here. I tell you that much, okay? Because y'all be on stage winded. He be on stage about to do a backflip, okay? Let me tell you. It's
Gym life.
Gym life, it hit different, I'm telling you. So as you guys know, we want to give a special shout out to our sponsor, Pink Drink. I got right here the strawberry tequila red, the cold green knockout punch, and the toxic tea. As you guys know, you know where to find me at PINKKDRINKKS. Make sure you guys are clicking the order form to purchase, or you can hit the DM, because I know y'all just love hitting that DM instead of clicking the button. But these come in 6-packs, 4-packs. You know, we still have our jugs for a dub. For the summertime, we have the gallons. We have mobile bartending available, so we can do your next cookout or family event. Just hit us up and let us know what you need, and we're going to come through for you. So make sure you guys tap in with us. As to start the show, as you guys know, we always go back in time with words of wisdom, and we talk about just previous episodes. I think right now we're on episode 12 or 13 going backwards. The latest episode, I believe, is 91. So you guys are 92, so you guys check that out. But going back to episode 13, I believe we were talking about giving yourself time, you know, and I feel like a lot of time we rush ourselves because we always say in our head, you know, life is so short. Life is so short. And while life is short, we still have to take our time. We still have to be patient with ourselves. We still have to give ourselves grace. And we also have to realize that slow moves is better than no moves. We have to know that if you're giving yourself time to actually learn your skill or your craft, or, you know, giving yourself time to work the steps, to make the process, to trust the process, then you're more likely to obtain success and reach your goals. But if you're rushing through everything, you are not going to reach your goals. If you're rushing through everything, you're not going to reach success, because you're going to miss steps, and you might not get the proper knowledge or experience you need to flourish when you get there. So do you have any words about or thoughts about taking your time?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, you know, one of my favorite scriptures in the Bible is let patience have its perfect work. Have
Amen.
Her perfect work, or whatever
Amen.
it is, a guy or girl, but who knows these days. Anyway,
I know that's right.
Anyway, but if you don't let patience work its magic, like you said, you can miss the mark. Mm-hmm. And part of patience is actually working on yourself and getting yourself prepared for whatever blessing that you're praying for or working hard for. That patience is basically putting you through the fire, forging you to become everything that you pray for, so you don't get it too early or miss the mark and get it too late.
Yeah, I agree completely. And I like what you said about that too, because I think a lot of times, this is like going off course a little bit, still relating. A lot of times we may like pray or hope or wish for things, however you want to put it, for things, but we don't want to go through the hard part of it. Like, we pray for wisdom, but we don't want to be faced with hard decisions to make. And that's how we gain the wisdom. If we don't like do the work with the tests, then we're never going to ace it. Right. You know what I mean? So we have to be prepared for those things. And part of patience, you're going to have to wait for things if you want to be patient. If you're praying for patience, you got to be prepared to wait for things. You got to be prepared to like have that slow work. You're going to have to be prepared for that, because it's going to come with the patience.
And also,
you know?
With faith, you got to have speak it in existence and with positivity, because you can't say you're going to be something and the whole time you're saying, I'll never make it.
Absolutely.
I'll never get that far. I don't know how that's just killing, that's cutting your knees off from the race from the start. So you got to speak what you want and say it like you already got it. that's faith, you know.
Absolutely. Manifestation, affirmations. I say it all the time. And that was pretty much like even my album, a lot of that, like a lot of people are like, oh, I love that line. And I'm just like, that was an affirmation that I tell myself every day, or, you know, that I was telling myself every day at some point just to get through. And I feel like we speak life or we speak damnation on our life. There's two things. You speak life or you speak like the power of the tongue. Exactly.
I choose life.
Yeah, facts. I choose life. I choose success. I choose to have positivity, happiness, all the things. So y'all keep that in mind and make sure you guys tap out that episode of Words of Wisdom. If you go to my YouTube at Hipinklee, HIPINKKLEE, you'll be able to see a playlist on there. It says Words of Wisdom. You'll be able to see all 90 something episodes, and you can go back from the first to the last and tap in and get what you need to get from that. All right, so we are about to start getting to some hot topics. I'm gonna let Supreme go first, obviously, because he's our guest. And like I said, you don't have to pick from the top. You can pick from either pile, however you want to do it. And you can go ahead and pick the first card.
Oh, should I read it or you want to read it?
You can read it.
Oh, wow. If you could instantly learn any skill in the world, what would you choose and why? I pretty much know everything.
If you could teach any skill, no, just kidding.
Nah, if I could learn any skill, I would like to. This might hurt me too, but if I could read minds, a little discernment, better discernment. Like, you know, you get that thing inside you to tell you go left and right, and you do it, and usually it's right.
Yeah.
But that's just Holy Spirit or whatever, or your intuition or your conscious telling you don't go there, don't go there. But what if you could do it and know 100% like that guy is a creep? Let me bust him up in the head right now. If you know you're on the L, I sit next to people sometime and I'll be like, I don't get no feeling or nothing, but I'll be like, I wonder if you see a guy and a kid and you be like, I wonder is he being good to that child, or is that child need help?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that dude that just jump up in there like, I'm saving this kid and he needs help. But if you could actually know that this kid need help, or that he's all good, or he's with his father and everybody's happy and there's a good man next to him. But if he is with a creep, or you see somebody about to do something bad on the, I'm just thinking L, because I know like a lot of crime happen on the L.
Oh my God,
and the subway and stuff. In public transportation, imagine just being the guy that can get on public transportation and read the room and be like, okay, he cool, he go, oh hey, you thinking bad things. Hey bro, I think you gotta get off and you could just catch them. That would be awesome. Mind reading.
That would be. I love that.
Superpower.
I love that.
Go right all up in your head.
That happens to me a lot. Sometimes I see kids in situations and I'm like, I wonder if they're safe.
Yeah.
Like that happens. That crosses my mind a lot. So I feel you on that.
Then I be wondering, do I need to just mind my doggone business? Or, you know what I'm saying? But because sometimes you start worrying about stuff.
Yeah, that you can't
kids
control.
And women.
Yeah.
And in the climate we in now, if I could be, I don't want to be the captain save them all, but if I could save who I can because of intuition, and I can go into the mind of find out who's bad, who's good, or even just not even put myself in danger. Be like, officer, it's about something about to go down.
Yeah, right.
My spidey senses was tingling.
No, that would be such a cool thing to have. Yeah. I thought about this question. I had a hard time deciding. It's so crazy because everything crossed my mind, from like mind reading crossed my mind to learning the guitar like this. Like there's so many different things, but I don't know. I couldn't really decide on one. I guess I'll go with guitar because it's something that I really don't put enough effort into trying to learn. Like I have it and it just be sitting there, and I don't put enough effort into learning it. I don't. And so if I could just learn that skill instantly and just like live out my dreams, like, oh, that'd be so cool.
That's funny.
But, you know,
I won a guitar, brand new guitar. Like,
oh, you won it?
Yeah, it was at the Great Room. Remember we had the Great Room, Great Street Pub back in the day, and WMMR. They was giving away this brand new acoustic guitar.
Oh wow!
And my name came up, and I won the guitar, and that guitar have not been out the box for at least 10 years. And I wanted to give it to my daughter, and I want one of them to learn less. They haven't learned nothing. And so I'm like, what am I going to do with this guitar?
Yeah.
Or if I could take that easy class to learn. Man. I ain't even took the thing out the box that to even learn the chords or the string. Yeah. And that's one thing I always regretted as an artist and a musician, that I never learned to play anything. But
man.
it's enough trying to play myself. But
no, I hear you. I feel like it's never too late. You probably still could, because like I've started the process and it doesn't seem super difficult.
Right.
It's just you really have to set aside that time. If you could set aside 1 hour a day, you could master that thing in less than 6 months. Like, I know you can, and I know I can. I just don't know why I haven't.
And the only reason is just because I got the guitar. That's like the main reason.
Yeah.
But that would be cool.
It would be cool, right? I was thinking
like instantly learn the guitar.
Yes, and just be up there like, oh, my Prince, like better than Jimi Hendrix. Like, what? Like, that would be so dope to me. But, one day. Y'all going to see me on stage one day with that thing. One day. One of these days.
It ain't over.
It ain't over till he says it's over.
Right on.
So I'm going to pick the next topic. Let me see. I'm going to be difficult and go for this one. Oh, this is crazy. Should all drugs be legalized? Why or why not? So the question in itself was all. So I would say no. I don't think all drugs should be legalized, because I don't think that all drugs, quote unquote, have benefits, right? I think that there's some drugs, they found like different ways to benefit certain ailments or illnesses, cancers and things of that nature. So things that could be beneficial, I feel like they should legalize them. And if people abuse them, that would be on their conscience. That would be on them. But I don't feel like all the drugs should be legalized. But I do see internet people, those little conversations that happen on the internet. People are like, oh no, all drugs should be legalized. And, if people want to just kind of like themselves, let them unalive themselves. And I don't think that's right. I think that some drugs really don't have any, there's no reason for them other than to get, like, out of your mind, right? So I think that if there's a benefit to them, then they should be legalized, for the fact that some people could use them beneficial. And if people, like I said, if people choose to abuse them, that's kind of like on them, but not all of them. I don't know. What do you think though?
I think no, because I think it's some drugs that are illegal that doctors prescribe.
Facts.
That should be banned. So everything is not for everybody. There's a time and place for everything. But this whole world, I mean, except for the strong, would survive, but the weak would be gone. If it's like having that's like putting loaded guns around children, having certain type of drugs that just because they're legal, let them be able to. And the whole, can you imagine a whole world looking like Kensington?
That's what I was going to get to next. That is so crazy.
Because it was allowed, and it was so. This is what they look like when they are illegal. So imagine if you had free range to get whatever type of little drug your mind want, and you would be out here in this world like it would really look like Zombie Land, or it was the Attack of the Living, the
Living Dead,
the zombie movies. It would be real.
Yeah, I was watching something about Kensington the other day, and it really shook me up. It was like
and that's illegal. That's the drugs that are illegal.
Illegal, right? So this guy, he was pretty much saying about how they went from regular stuff that they were using, and then they went from like the fentanyl, right? It was mixed, and then they went to straight fentanyl, and then now it's like tranquilizer. So you're talking horse tranquilizer, you're talking elephant tranquilizer, you're talking cat tranquilizer, you're talking about alligator tranquilizer, all these, like these aren't even real drugs at this point. These are drugs for animals. These are drugs for animals to sedate them if they need surgery or if something like that. And these people are as human beings using them and putting them in their body, abusing them. But even, a tranquilizer, I feel like using it is abusing it. Like, it's a tranquilizer. It's just, it's really...
You're not using it for what it's used.
Yeah.
Are you about to have surgery?
Right. Like, it blew my mind that that a human being right now, less than half an hour away from us, is somewhere using something that is used to sedate elephants.
Right.
Like, what?
What is it? Some things could...
Oh, my God.
4 times that could kill a horse. these is what these people are actually putting in there.
It is
crazy. In their selves. And they say, yo, this is the bomb, yo.
Yeah, they over here loving life.
Like, yo, if it's about to kill me, this is it. This is the one.
And it's like changing. So not only is it like killing their insides in so many different ways that I don't even know, but it's affecting their outside of the skin. So it's like causing almost like I don't even know. It looks crazy. Like worse than any eczema or psoriasis or anything like that. It's looking crazy out there.
You know, anything that doesn't agree with your body, it will show. Like when you work out, or when you eat, drink great things, you're like, oh, your skin is glowing. Oh, you look so good. I mean, something as small as cigarettes. Like if you smoke enough cigarettes and abuse cigarettes, your skin will be looking bad. Like your breath, your teeth, and it's like
that's so true.
Anything, too much of anything is not a good thing. So sometimes things need to be illegal, whatever that means. But because anything illegal can be got. Yeah. But you will, you know, the good thing it has a penalty of jail or God forbid, you're not on this earth anymore. But that's what happens when you play with fire too long. You will burn.
Yeah. Everything in moderation, y'all. Everything in moderation.
You go ahead if you want to with your unillegal drugs.
Right. Leave it to the veterinarian. So we just go leave.
Them, put their horses to sleep.
Yeah. It's on you to pick the next topic.
Let's go with the top one. Let's see what this is. Uh-oh. If you had to pick any historical era to live in, which would it be and why? Wow.
This is a good one.
We ain't had too many good ones.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it. Right? Depends on where you were in the world.
400 years of American history that I want to be a part of. Well, anyway, I would want to be in the 30s in the jazz, Billie Holiday, Harlem Renaissance era, and I wouldn't want to be a guitar player because I should have learned that. But I wouldn't mind being the horn player or the Nicholas Brothers tap dancing. Yeah, but I would definitely be in the entertainment. But that entertainment back then looked like it was fun.
It did, right? A genuine good time, right. Like
even though you couldn't walk in the front door.
Yeah, but we had our own. But back then we had our own spaces.
Yeah, just crawl, go in the back door to Savoy or whatever the big club in New York. They had to pull you in the back door. But when we had our own thing, what the Jew joint.
Yeah, good old Jew joint, right?
I've been to a couple of them in modern times, so I can imagine what they look like when you had to float the boat to get to it.
Yeah, right? Oh my God, yeah. I've seen so many movies. So for me, I was torn between that time because one, I love a good flapper outfit. When it comes down to it, those flappers, they used to dress. And they weren't just, they would dress and then they take off their undergarments. Right. Or is what people wear now. Like outside.
You mean drawers?
Yeah, they be wearing, their undergarments were so like these corsets fluffy, and everything tight that they had that was underneath. I see girls wearing them now every day. But I thought they were just so cool and they were the epitome of like class and couth and just elegance and even though they were thought of as raunchy back then, like flapper dress was raunchy back then, but it's still so cool. They would like accessorize with pearls, which is my birthstone, so I love pearls. They would just like do so much, and I was stuck between that and like the 60s because like the hippie era. But I was thinking I'm black, so that probably wouldn't have worked out for me because I would have been in like the Jim Crow era. Right. It wouldn't have been the hippie era for me. We look back and say it was the hippie era.
The Panthers.
Yeah, I would have been with the Panthers. I would have been with like, you know what I mean?
Been with something radical.
Radical, right? And I'm thinking I would have been struggling at that point for freedom and rights. But there was others who were blessed enough to just kind of like live that. But I always like love that free love, that hippie lifestyle.
They had black hippies. You know.
They did.
Jimi Hendrix was a hippie.
He was a hippie, but for the most part, they
ain't mess with him too much.
The person who I am right now, I would have been with the Black Panthers fighting. I already know that. Like I wouldn't have been just like living life and enjoying it how I think I would. I would be out there like, all right, we deserve our rights. Right. So how we gonna get our rights? And I would have been with that. So it would have been like more of a struggle. But I'd have to agree with you.
I'd have joined the I'd have been with the Nation of Islam. I'd have been with whatever Muhammad Ali was. That's what I want.
Right? Yeah.
I'm with Ali.
I'm with him.
And Malcolm.
Yep. I'm with them.
But definitely would have been on the opposing side, fighting for freedom and right. Yeah. Even now, my whole thing is justice, man. I want justice for all.
Yeah.
That would be a beautiful thing.
Man, that would be so
beautiful. Let me
beautiful.
stop for that to be one of the questions.
No, you never know.
We're going to get to a whole nother subject.
But no, let it go. Because tell them about it, because I really feel like that's something that people, especially in this climate right now, people feel like justice is almost like obsolete, like it's out of it's out of reach. Like we're not going to get justice for anything. I mean,
I feel it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Hopefully in my lifetime I see it, but it's going to be a lot of feelings going to get hurt. Because a lot of entitled people that feel that their entitlement and their privilege, and they find out that it's going to be flipped, and it's going to be like, but you gonna be like, I heard what the lady say, all the white people, put your hands in there. And it was like, yeah. It was like, now how many of y'all want to be black? Everybody was like, oh. Not the way we treat y'all.
Man.
I mean, it's real. So they know what they're doing.
They know.
Like, even if it ain't in their heart to do it, it's like, well, it's like, I'm born into this.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be down here, and I'm supposed to be up here. My son go to jail, he's going to get probation. Your son go to jail, he's getting 10 years.
Yeah, facts.
And that's automatic.
Have you ever read this book, or I think they did a movie too? It's called Black Like Me. I forget the author.
No, I didn't know.
So it
sounds good.
It was I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you because it's really worth the read. I read it like a long time ago, but it's about this white guy, right? And it was a real experiment done. I think he did it in like the late 50s, right? And what he did was he took melanin pills, and he also like did makeup every day to turn his skin black,
right?
Brown.
Right.
But he was a white guy because he wanted to experience life through our eyes.
Right.
Because he was seeing everything and he couldn't understand why black people were struggling the way they were. He couldn't understand why they felt so. Because, a lot of times there was a lot of talk about black people feeling like, oh, they were playing the victim, right? And they were denied basic needs, basic rights, basic human, you know what I mean? Basic humanity. They were denied humanity, and he went and he wrote a book about his travels throughout and just like what he experienced, his experiences.
And the funny thing, the people his people probably wouldn't even believe him. Like, yeah, you're lying.
Yeah. Oh, and then I recently watched a movie called it's called Melanin. It's a Tubi movie. Listen, Tubi, we're gonna have to work out a deal, Tubi, because I've been shouting out your movies all crazy, okay? Like, Tubi, hit me up. Y'all know where to find me. But no, we watched this movie called Melanin, and it was about this white guy who had like all black friends. He had like a white wife, white job, quote unquote, all the quote unquote white things, and all his friends were black, and they were authentically themselves black. And he took a pill that had something to do with like his job or something. It was like a tanning pill, but it turned him black. And he ended up like getting into a situation where he caught like a murder charge, but he really didn't do it. And he was like going through all the motion, and I'm really mad at the way they cut that movie off, because it's like they kind of kept you on the edge waiting for a part 2. But in the movie, he basically was like just going through the motions of like fighting a case, being a black man. And his lawyer was like investigating. His lawyer was like, no, we could just tell him that you're really white. Tell him that you took this pill. He said, no. He said, I want you to fight for me as if I was really a black man facing trial. Like, really fight for me the way you would fight for any other black man who couldn't go back to being white. And it was very interesting. And I'll let you know, and I'll let you guys know whenever they put out the part 2. Tubi, I'm not playing. Call me. Because I'm always reviewing your movies. This is Ranting Raving. I'm always reviewing your stuff. Give me a call. But yeah, it was like a super, super good movie. Well, I'm not going to say it was that good, because I was upset when they cut it off at the end. But I always find it interesting when there are, like you said, put your hands up if you're right. Put your hands up if you want. Like, there's always that few who want to see it through our eyes because they can't possibly understand how it feels. Because, again, they're raised to be like entitled, to be privileged, and white privilege is not something like, it's not something that you necessarily have to acknowledge. It's just something that like, again, it's the way you're raised. Just like black people, whether you're raised in the suburbs, whether you're raised in the hood or somewhere in between, you are definitely going to have some similarities, right? And the same is with white folks. They're going to have similarities no matter where they grew up. It's just certain things that just are kind of like in the household.
You know what bothered me?
What happened?
A white girl, sale girl, or guy, that just want to be hood so bad that they want to be in the, like, we are, a lot of us are in the ghetto. I mean, even the ghettos that were Southwest Philadelphia, it was a white neighborhood. They moved out.
Wow.
And from the late 60s to now, it's been a black neighborhood. I've got Germantown.
Wow, I never knew that.
West Oak Lane was white.
Wow.
These cats, that's how I guess Springfield and these North towns and these Montgomery counties got populated because people was leaving the city. Now they coming back. But the funny thing is, I just hate a kid that's just like want to be so hood. I mean, everybody can't be Tommy from
Power.
But you know what I'm saying? Some people you just get, circumstances. Little white kid get left in the hood. He got to grow up eating black eyed peas and biscuits like everybody else. But the ones that sneak out from their little suburbia because they want some excitement, that's even the 30s that we was talking about, that era that I want to talk about, that I wanted to, even in Harlem. Like, we couldn't go from Harlem to Manhattan to go to their clubs. We couldn't go to the Cotton Club and get a front row seat, but they can come from the Brooklyn and the millionaire spots that they live and come slum in the ghetto and hang with the brothers and we welcome them. We like, hey, come on, white people, get some soul food. And we don't hate. I mean, every once in a while they might catch a bad one, but for the most part, we still are a forgiving race.
Too forgiving.
Like, we don't want no trouble. We just want justice.
Yeah.
I don't want no revenge. I don't want no white slaves.
Yeah, facts.
I really don't want no white slaves. I don't want to beat them. I just want, give me what's mine. Let my kids have a fair shot that your kids got.
You know what bothers me, just in reference to what you said, because that's so true. That's something that people forget about. We can't go there, but they can always come down there.
Always. Africa,
yeah, right.
take a part.
Even the
South
way China,
Africa was white at one point.
Right. The way that China's doing Africa is crazy.
Yeah.
Like giving these.
It's our neighborhood.
And now they're doing it to Jamaica too. You're giving these loans out that they can't take back. So now, as soon as they can't pay it back, you're gonna take all their land.
Occupy the land.
Like, it's crazy. But what I was gonna say is, like, I hate this term, like, oh, he's invited to the cookout.
Yeah.
Like, I can't stand that term because y'all say it'll be like a white kid like doing the hips dance, right? And they doing the hips dance. Oh, he can come to the cookout. Why? Because he moved the hips. Like, what? Now he comes to the cookout and do what? Eat fried chicken and watermelon and drink grape soda? Like, what?
Let him get convicted of a crime that he didn't do. Then he can come to the cookout.
Right. Then he can do that time. Then you can come get a plate. That's just what it is. I can't stand that. I can't stand it. It drives me crazy.
And I don't want to be that guy, but
no, I
love everybody. I want everybody to love, but right is right, wrong is wrong, ball is ball, strike is a strike.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's all love, it's all positivity, but if we don't have these real conversations, they don't get acknowledged and nothing changes.
And young men, stop killing each other, please.
Yes.
Young black men, stop killing each other like it's a sport.
We all we got. All we got. That's true. I think these conversations are important to have. People are scared to have these conversations. I'm not scared because y'all can't cancel me because I'm on the come up. So y'all can't cancel me. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna find a way.
I'm too old to get.
I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna create a new Instagram page. I'll be right on your timeline. You never get rid of me. You can't cancel me. I'm gonna speak my mind every time. We gonna have these real conversations.
I'm from the telephone era. I'll call you up. Meet you at your house. Cancel me. I was around when there wasn't no internet. So you cancel me from the internet, I know where you live. I'm gonna be there.
Pull up on you.
Pull up on me.
See, now that's real. So you can't. So nothing is being canceled here. Y'all better take this information, let it soak in, let it soak it up like a sponge, and apply it to your life. Because we're not saying to hate anybody. We're just saying, open your eyes and realize what's going on.
Realize the real lies.
Yes, realize the real lies. And also, again, there's no way that we're going to be able to get justice for anything if we're not realizing the facts of everything, right? If we're not going through, just like earlier when we talked about taking your time with things, you have to go through the steps to get to the goal. You have to go through the steps to even see what can be done and if anything can be done and how it can be done and and what that looks like, in today's society. So we gotta be mindful and we need to have real conversations. But we are about to take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna get into some more. We come back, we're going to get into some more juicy subjects. We're going to talk about a few more things, and we're just going to have a good time like we've been doing.
For going left.
No. I love it. See, that me, I love when we pick a topic and then we just slide to the next conversation, because I feel like that's
we
like
turn
organic.
the show into civil rights.
Let's do it. Look, power to the people. So we're going to be right back. You guys stay locked in, because once you locked in, ain't no switching up. We'll be right back. All right, we are back, guys. Thanks for staying locked in. We're about to get into some more juicy topics, and I think it's on me to choose, so I'm going to be simple and just pick the second one. All right, should couples exchange phone passwords? Why or why not? This is interesting. I don't think necessarily they should. I think every relationship has their own dynamic. I wouldn't have a code on my phone if I didn't have like Google Pay. Google Pay requires you, or Apple Pay requires you to have a password, so that's why I have one. But my man knows my password. Like, he knows the password, so it's not a big deal. I don't have anything to hide, but I do know that there are instances where people will like change their passwords every week, or like, do weird stuff with their phone. Like, you can't see what you need to see my phone for. Like, no, we could watch this on my phone, babe. Come on, let me put it up here. We could watch it. We good. Like, but I know that there's some people who don't. So should they? I feel like, again, it depends on the dynamic of the relationship, but I also know that some people will have trust issues in their relationship, and they may, like, I feel like offering, if you have trust issues in your relationship, you should be more than willing, especially if you're the person who has maybe caused a trust issue, maybe you should be more willing to be more open with things, to give that other person a little bit of comfort and trust. Like, people gonna do what they want to do regardless. Mm-hmm. You can't control people, but if someone is trying to prove to someone, to their significant other, that they are trustworthy, I think opening your phone, giving your password would be a good way to create that trust, or to start building that trust back up, because it's a build. It's a build. You know what I mean? It's not something that happens overnight. It's something that you have to continue to prove yourself with. And so I think, again, it depends on the dynamic of the relationship. But what do you think?
I think I ain't got no girl, so ain't nobody gonna have my password. No. I feel you should password can be given back and forth, mine and yours, between each other. Once we are married and we share a bank account and we got kids, we got our money together, we're married, or we've been in a long-term relationship. But as far as you my girlfriend, and all of a sudden I'm supposed to give you my password, and the whole time, instead of we loving on each other, you up here trying to find what I'm hiding, or if I'm hiding anything, which usually probably more 9 times 10, I'm like, I'm not even hiding that. Now you all, let me see your phone, babe. Which one's in my phone? All of a sudden, so my thing is, let's get it clear. I don't want to see your phone. I don't want your password. And please do not want my phone, and you want my password, until we are married. We have bank accounts together. Other than that, I'm good with all. What's mine is mine, and yours is yours. Unless you really want to share it, you can share it with me, because I'm really not going to be in the middle of the night looking at your phone. But at the same time, I know girls that will be. They don't have the password, and they figuring out what's his birthday, what's his kid's birthday. The one of these is gonna be the one. So Lord have mercy, you like that now, and we ain't even
imagine. I feel like that's super crazy. Like, I don't check phones. I've learned my lesson with checking phones.
Oh, you gonna find
years ago?
See,
I'm cool. I'm cool off that, because I feel like if I have to go looking through your phone, that means a conversation. We need to have a conversation.
Yeah, something wrong,
right? Because if I'm already having an idea in my head that I want to. That means I already feel like something's going on, so we need to have a conversation. But I also feel like this is a toxic trait. We talked about toxic traits like a couple episodes ago, right? And I feel like this is one of those toxic traits that I probably forgot to bring up, like wanting to be super intrusive, like sharing locations. I think that's weird. Crazy. Like, people may be like, oh yeah, that's for safety purposes. Like, no. Okay, but I get that. But y'all don't be wanting it.
I'm in trouble. What you gonna do about it?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You fly to me? No. So what's the difference?
Right, and most people don't want it for those reasons. Most people just want to make sure he at where he said he gonna be at. Right. Like, if I say this where I'm at, that's where I'm at. if I'm not, if you ask me where I'm at and I don't answer, then it's like, okay, well, he probably somewhere he shouldn't be. We gonna talk when he get home or whatever. But it's like, it's not, you know, these are toxic traits that people are trying to normalize and try to say, oh, well, like I saw a meme today. It was like the me, you know, me semicolon. It was just like, swallow this air tag, him, you crazy. And it was just like, swallow this air tag. Like, people be trying to put air tags on people in people's book bags or in their car. Like, I've seen that in a movie before. Shout out to Tubi. Y'all owe me a check. Tubi owe me a check. But it was like a Tubi movie where the girl like super glued an air tag to the guy's car. Yeah, so that way she could like know where he was at all times.
That's crazy. And
it was crazy. And like, at the end of the day, it's just like, yeah, it's just too much. It's a toxic trait. That's how I feel about it. I feel like if you choose to be open, be open. If you're not, you're not. But you can't force somebody to want to open up to you. And honestly, with you trying to force it, it's only gonna like make them shut down more. They're not gonna want to be bothered. Like, it's
pushing them away.
Yeah, you pushing them away. Like, it's too much. Like, stay in your lane. Don't swerve. Y'all know that's my life. Don't swerve. Like, play your position, and you shouldn't have any issues. And if you do, then you're probably not with the right person. Right. So let's get into our next topic. Supreme, it's on you.
Wow, this is what I wanted. This is a question and a half too. Do you think world peace is attainable? Why or why not? In an imperfect world, which is what we live in, absolutely. I don't think it's obtainable here. So whatever happens, heaven or the kingdom come down.
Yeah.
God judges, because it's too many. I say it could have perfect peace if everybody had a heart that I got. I got a heart of my grandmother, and my daughter got my heart. I could see it. That she cares for people. Yeah. I got two daughters. One of them, I don't know who heart she got, but she don't, my little one don't care for people too much. I'm hoping she don't come home with a body one day. But my oldest got my heart, and my grandmother, she told me, she's like, you know, people gonna hate you. I said, why? She said, because you like me, you love everybody. And when you love everybody gonna hate you. People gonna hate you for that. So just because I'm happy, somebody gonna be unhappy with me.
Yeah, that's so true.
And that's crazy.
That's so true.
Now, I've said, what if everybody on this planet, we ain't gotta look alike, we ain't gotta dress alike, but what if we all had the same heart of, I don't wanna hurt nobody, I don't want nobody to hurt me. Yeah. I'm happy for people. Yeah. It's not even too many people that I could say, man, I dislike this person. I don't dislike nobody at this point. Yeah. I don't have no reason. Yeah. If you have a better show than me, that means I gotta go to the back to the shed and get my thing together. You got better music than me? Hey, can you help me? Yeah,
or I can take notes from watching or observing.
Can you show me and help me? It ain't no competition. Yeah. I'm not in competition with nobody. I'm in competition with me. Hello. How to become better me. How to become super. That. So just imagine a race of people like me. I said that would be the closest thing to heaven on earth that we possibly can get. Because I have no desire. If you don't touch none of my children, I have no desire to kill nobody. Yeah. And I know everybody having a fit about these 10 commandments.
Oh yeah, in the school, right?
In the school.
Yeah.
But listen. The 10 Commandments was designed so that mankind could actually live. Mm-hmm. And then when Jesus broke it down to, hey, let's take the 10 Commandments and turn them into these. Yeah. Love God like you with all your heart and soul and mind, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. Right. So that's the 10 Commandments broke down in 2. Yeah. But look how many people that don't live. So if you live the 10 Commandments and you looking at this every day as a kid, it's not about, hey, become a Jewish, because the 10 Commandments is Deuteronomy, so it's the first 5 books of the Bible, so it's basically the Torah. That's what you learn from a kid all the way to 13.
That's true.
So you learn, so that's a Jewish religion. Mm-hmm. Then it's Christian religion. I'm sure the Quran has 10 or 10 rules of how to maintain similar. And be in peace and love your man and man love you, whatever. So if we follow the 10 Commandments, I think God's design was if you follow the 10 Commandments, you could be here until it's time to come home.
That's so true.
And then Jesus was like, if you follow the 2 commandments, you could be here until it's time to come home. But is a spirit or something or hearts that are maybe turned or need to be turned, because there's a lot of killers that became Christian and Muslim and turned into beautiful people after they went through their trial and found out who they were supposed to be.
That's true.
But there's some people that take their little cold heart to the grave, and they are hell bent on making this world the worst place. And I don't even think it's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe about 10, 20%. I think 80% of people on this planet want to live like me.
Yeah.
Let me be me and you be you, and let's love each other. We can love each other from afar. We can love each other up close. But either way, love. But I think it's a 20, maybe 30% of people, because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of hatred. But I think that 30, one bad apple spoils the bunch.
Yeah.
Them sayings is real. So this little 30 corrupts the 70.
Right.
And now we have war. And we ain't talking hate on I hate you, you hate me. I'm talking about my country hate your country.
Exactly.
My race hate your race. Mm-hmm. And you talking about getting some peace?
Yeah.
Only one person that can make that happen, and that's when he come back on the cloud with the Trump.
That's true.
Come on, people. Let's get off this planet and let these funky people kill themselves.
Yeah, do what they need to do, because we out of here.
Yeah.
But you know what's so crazy? So I want to say 2 things. One,
so no for me.
No for you.
I'm sorry.
I want to say one thing about the 10 Commandments. I love that, right? I love that they're putting it in, but we have to understand that that our laws, our basic laws, right, from the Declaration of Independence, a lot of our laws were based from the 10 Commandments. Mm-hmm. So these are like, why do you think that it is a crime, one of the highest crimes, to unalive somebody? Mm-hmm. That's from the 10 Commandments saying thou shalt not kill. Mm-hmm. It's so many things that we took from that, and we based our moral compass as in inception. Right? In inception, our country was based on that moral compass that was based from the 10 Commandments. So it's only coming back around the circle to put it up there. They need these morals. They don't have no morals.
You know what's so funny though? Even in the 10 Commandments, they tried to keep the 10 Commandments, the Pharisees or whatever. Yeah. So they made 623 rules and amendments to keep. So now you can't do this. So I'm just going back to the America Constitution. There's so many amendments in the Congress and the Democrat and the Republican, who's across the aisle, the senator versus the congressman, the congressman versus the Supreme Court, Court versus the president. And there's so many bylaws and so many, you signing different things in the law every 5 minutes. So you corrupting the basic 10 Commandments, the basic Constitution of America.
So true.
And now is basically pretty much a piece of toilet paper, because it's worthless compared to the new stuff that's amending the original. And
people don't understand when they hear amendment. You got to break down the word. To amend means to change, to alter in some way.
And it don't mean for the better.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean for the better. To amend something,
mean I'm changing it.
And that's what it is. And people, when we hear, oh, this new amendment or that amendment, we got to realize what that means in the core of the word.
And then whoever suggested the amendment, what is their benefit? Who are they lobbying for? You know what I'm saying?
Think about Donald Trump.
Who getting the benefit of this amendment?
Yeah.
That is more than likely not me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the new bill they just passed, right? They were fighting to pass it, and I just saw like yesterday, the day before, they just passed this bill that now whoever's in office as president
can't be convicted
of any crime. And I'm going to say a person, for lack of a better term, I'm going to say a person, and I use that word lightly, like Donald Trump, he is going to run that. First of all, it was his idea.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what reminded me when you said who is it benefiting, because clearly it's going to benefit him in all the legal trouble he's with now and everything like that. But it's like,
and he put the plan in motion early. So let me put these Supreme Justices in. So when I cut at the food,
I ain't going back. He said I ain't going back.
You know what I mean? So when I become King Trump.
Yeah, that's what it's coming looking like. It's more like King.
But you know what? What they say? Be careful what you wish for. So all the people I don't know who to vote for. I don't know, Sleepy Joe or Donald Trump. I'm really just
not Sleepy Joe.
I'm really just I'm so confused.
Man.
This is a nation of every day we somebody's inventing something incredible. Some young person is breaking a record.
Man,
this is the best we got. An 80-something-year-old dude that walk around with his mouth open, or pretty much the devil in skin. And you could say, the world was good when Trump was around. We had money in our pocket. Because the brothers is going over to Trump now because they like, he a criminal just like us. And I'm like, are you stupid? If you see how live he looked in the debate, he was answering all the questions like he's supposed. But 80% of everything he said was a lie.
That was a lie.
I don't know if I want a liar running my country.
No.
But you know
it's
what?
It's always a liar running the country now.
Mr. Trump, do what you want. Because when you get in office, it ain't going to be sweet as you think either.
Yeah.
Because when people really find out, because, everything gets unveiled in everything in the dark gets unveiled in the light eventually. So I don't think it's going to be as sweet. That's why I don't care one way or the other, because it's not a lot of presidents that became president that affected my way of life anyway.
Right.
And it's always been told to me that whoever really run the world, they already got their 10 presidents picked ahead of time.
The days, right? The days.
The day. And it ain't us.
It ain't us. We know that. We don't know who they is, but we know it ain't us.
But I feel whoever going to be president, Germantown Avenue going to still be Germantown Avenue. Southwest Philly going to still be Southwest Philly. I don't think he going to burn the whole country down. I mean, I think he going to beat up on some of the people that been coming after him. But that's his fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when the U.S. Capitol, the insurrection.
Yeah.
I said, hey, y'all. I better not see no black man in there. There's a couple of them, trying to be standing around taking pictures for YouTube or whatever, or Tubi, or their little TikTok.
Yeah.
But other than that, I was like, that is not our fight. So sometimes you just got to mind your business and let white folks sort their thing out for themselves.
Yeah.
Do
Sometimes
you
it's
think,
like
white
that.
folks? Hey, knock yourself out, white people.
Knock yourself out.
Because y'all are destined to do something. Either you're going to create the AI that's going to turn into the Terminator, because y'all can't wait for that, or y'all going to piss off Putin and he going to really push them buttons with that Chinese man. And either way, y'all are waiting for this world to be destroyed, or put the man in office that's going to really kick y'all tail.
Yes.
Like it need to be kicked.
Because I'm telling you,
Donald J. Trump.
I ain't playing with Putin.
I own a mansion and a yacht.
Listen, Putin got his trigger finger itching.
Are you ready?
His trigger finger itching, and I am not playing with Putin.
Ready to blow up Trump.
Because Philadelphia is a major city. That's where we reside. And
he's like, just give me one excuse.
Yeah, just give me one. Say another.
Say one more word. Say something else about Ukraine. Yeah, give him some more money. Watch what happens.
He got that pinky from Friday thing going on. I ain't messing with him. I ain't messing with him. He said, say one more mother loving word.
Send some more money over to that Belinsky.
No,
send
really.
him another quarter. Watch what happens.
But y'all, you guys let us know in the comments. Do you guys think world peace is attainable?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a really hard question.
It's a very optimistic thought.
It is. I'm always if you look at old episodes of the pod, I'm always just like, well, I think world peace would be great. And it's just like, it's so
you watch CNN.
Right, yeah, then you watch
hell no, they gonna happen.
Then you just pick up your phone and just see the alerts that's on there. You just like, oh
just
God.
Never mind. See the fighting amongst the people that's on. You see how people post, like I try to post positive things, good stuff, and cheer you up, and I used to be that miserable guy. Man, I'm kicking everybody behind today. But then, like, I'm miserable. I'm making everybody that like me miserable, and I'm starting stuff that I ain't even got to start. So let's. As I got older, I was like, this is not a place to vent. Because really, you're having a bad day, so you're gonna post it, and you're gonna make a bunch of other people have a bad day, and they're gonna have a bad day. They're gonna tell you how they day is. Both of y'all gonna sit on the thing and complain the whole day. Yeah. They're gonna hate everything. Then the BET war is gonna come on. They're gonna shoot everybody.
They just mad at everybody, right?
Everybody gotta go.
It's crazy. That's how it is. But I'm going to pick the next card. We're about to get into the next topic. Let's see here. I don't even know. I'm going to pick 7. Lucky number 7. Ooh, this is interesting. If you could collab with 3 artists, who would they be and why? Man, I don't even know why I picked that one. That's a hard one. So off rip, y'all know every time it comes down to artists, what I always say, Beyonce. And it's not because she's Beyonce, it's because she is the hardest working woman in the game. And I feel like I could learn from her on so many different levels. So obviously number 1 is Beyonce.
Good one.
All day, because that girl's work ethic. Like I always say, I'm a hard working woman, and I'm a Renaissance woman. I'm a hard working woman, but can't nobody light a candle to that girl. She is just like, that's Queen B.
Since she was 12 years old.
Since she was 12, and she puts the amount of work she puts in, it's insane. And people find ways to hate her. People find ways to be evil and just, they'll just find ways to be evil. And you don't have to. I don't like every Beyonce song. I still haven't even got through her latest album. I grew up on Destiny's Child. You know, that was my era. Like I grew up on that, and I've always just admired her. But as I've seen her through the years work so hard, like she is such a hard working woman, and she's such a Renaissance woman in herself, and I just admire that, and I love that about her. So definitely her. And dang, I want to say Shaka Khan too, but Shaka in her prime. No shade to Shaka, but her last couple shows ain't been it. I done seen her sing live like lately, like her
she
Tiny
ain't got
Desk.
the shock like she used to.
She don't got it, and it's, you know what, and I'm not mad at her for that. You're getting older in age. It's not like you're not like performing. You're not like in your craft as much as you are all the time. So it's no shade to her, Shaka. She's a queen in her own right. But it's like Shaka in her prime, like. Like, I don't know. Like, when I saw her Tiny Desk on NPR, I was like, oh, Shaka Khan's Tiny Desk. Oh, my God. I got so excited. I had to put on my watch later. And the moment I had to sit down for a second, I think I was cooking dinner or something. I was like, let me play that. And I was like, oh, did she hear herself? Like, it wasn't.
She made the people sing.
Yeah, she made them sing. But it was just like,
I'm tired. Y'all sing. I've been singing y'all for 50 years. Y'all sing to me. I said, Lord, where did I get that big?
Right. And they did it. But they did it. But it was just like, I'd probably say Shaka Khan, because she's just like, I don't know, I just enjoy her music. And that might not be like all time. That might be just for the last like 5 years. I've just been enjoying her music in a different way than when I'd heard it when I was younger and all that. Like, I just enjoyed it in a different way.
Ain't nothing like Sweet Thing, boy.
Yeah, like, it don't matter when you put Sweet Thing on. It don't matter when you put on Tell Me Something Good. It don't matter when. It's always going to hit. Like, even after she left Rufus, like, it don't matter. It's always going to hit.
Good, yeah.
And my third, I don't know who my third would be. I guess I should pick a male. I don't know. This is hard. You know what? I don't even know why I picked this, because I can't stand these type of questions because it limits you. Because there's so many great artists in the world.
There's so many good artists.
There's so many great, but it's like if you had to pick 3, these are my top 3. These are my top 3 that is coming to mind. Right. I'll say that.
There you go.
And you know what the crazy part is? My last one, it would be La Russell.
Who?
La Russell. He's a new. He said, who?
Is he like Lil Uzi?
Yeah.
Is that Lil Russell or Big Russell's son?
La Russell.
Oh, La Russell. Okay.
Like, yeah,
he's French. Russell. Okay, I got you.
He's like a
look him up.
He's a newer artist. He's completely independent. Okay. He's from the West Coast, and he really has been like gaining traction with throwing these shows in his backyard. He started off doing shows in his backyard, and now that he's getting big, he's huge. He's on tour with, I don't even know who's on tour with now, but he's still indie.
That's awesome. And
I just really appreciate his mindset of like independent music and working hard and making things happen for yourself, right? I love that, his mindset, and his raps. I mean, I like his songs too. His music isn't like every song. Like some of the songs, I'll be like, oh, that sound like that one, or that one sound like that one. But it's not about the music per se, 'cause everyone creates differently. It's really about the work ethic for me and what you're.
Hustlers.
Yeah, I'm a hard worker. I like somebody. I can respect somebody who works hard. Like, that's one thing that I always look for. I like hard workers, and he's another thing about him is that he's like true to himself. I like that he's true to himself, and that he like the messages that he gives out. He gives out those messages that you're like, okay, you're true to yourself. You're true to yourself. One, you're authentic. You know what I mean? And you're preaching all positivity. It's nothing negative. He may curse here or there, but it's all positive. What he's saying is all positive.
Positive cussing.
Yeah, positive cussing. You know what I mean? If you're going to cuss, please make it positive. Don't be cussing and killing.
Hey,
don't be cussing on a live.
Love, baby.
Yeah, cuss with love. But he's one of those, he's just one of those people who inspire me. I think last year when on my Spotify wrap up, they'll tell you what your 2 most listened to artists were. It was La Russell and Boogie Mandela.
Dang.
Those were my 2 listened to artists because I was
I turn on something. I turn on Instagram and Boogie Mandela.
Yeah, because Boogie Mandela, because he also has a great message with his music and is super talented.
And he's a worker.
And he's a hard worker. And he's got that music that you can listen to.
I said, Boogie gonna be out here sweeping. And I said, I was just a picture. I said, he do everything.
Everything. And ain't nothing he ain't touching. Ain't nothing he's going to touch. Like, it's only a matter of time. So before he's touching everybody's ears. But he's one of those people who make music that you can listen to at any point, especially when you're not feeling your best. And you'll turn on the track and you're going to feel your best after, or you're going to be on the way to feeling your best.
Get out and be somebody.
Yeah, like that, like your song like that. Like you need those types of, y'all, if y'all haven't heard that song by Supreme, go check that out as well, because that type of music, like we were talking about speaking life and death, that's what makes the difference. Garbage in, garbage out. You listen to a whole bunch of pop that cat and pop, all that. That's
popping cats and popping caps.
Hey,
dead coochie.
I can't breathe. Oh my God. But seriously, if that's what you're listening to, eventually that's going to come out in some way. Like that's going to come out into your life.
That's how powerful music is.
That's how powerful it is. So you got to realize garbage in, garbage out. Put something wholesome in your body. Listen to Level Up by Pink Lee, because that's a song I listen to too, that I feel like literally was written with the intention of you feeling like you can do whatever you want to do, whatever you, as long as you do the hard work. You gotta work hard, you could do it. So yeah, all right. I think we're down to about our last.
Oh, I gotta do my 3.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm still thinking about something else. But yeah.
That's all. I'm quick, easy. James Brown.
Hey.
Hardest working man in show business. George Clinton.
Okay.
Oh my God, I want to be part of P-Funk so bad. I write George every day. Like, Uncle George, can I get, what's up? He be like, he sent me a wolf back. I appreciate the hit back, but I want to be part of P-Funk. But anyway, and third is Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah. That's like, I have a story about George Clinton that someone told me one time, and I thought it was the coolest thing. So at a show in the 70s, I believe, he, I guess everyone used to smoke joints at their shows, and he would light joints, and then he would give it, he would pass it to the whole crowd, and everybody would smoke together. He still does it. Do it. That's lit. I mean, that's scary nowadays, but that's
87
lit.
years old, still.
Yeah, I don't know about sharing my L with everybody nowadays. You never know. You'd be like, "What's that on your lip? You want to hit the? What's that on your lip?" I'll keep it.
But I like those two, the first two, because like James Brown passed away, but James Brown died on Christmas and was booked for a show New Year's. So that means when his song, he say, "I'm doing it to death." He did it to death. Wow. George Clinton is 83, I think, 83 years old, and he performing just as many shows as he did in the early days of Parliament Funkadelic. And like you say, the memorable stories about the past. He's still giving memories and stuff. And like his grandchildren is in the band, is in the band, and also and like far as Wu-Tang Clan is this speaks for itself.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing. I'm
from the Wu-Tang era, and that's probably where you ain't got to pick one of your. What's your favorite? All of them.
You know what's so crazy? A lot of them and Wu-Tang are still super active now too. Super active, yeah.
Right? Either they writing books or dropping out. Ghostface Killer, Ghost just dropped the album.
Yeah, he just dropped an album. Method Man's
in Meth is the power, and you probably can't get a better show than him and Redman.
Yeah,
it's just everything you want an artist to be. If you broke it down from those 9 people, you could be that super artist.
Yeah.
As a Wu-Tang fan.
Man, Wu-Tang is crazy. Wu-Tang, yeah, that's crazy. I love that about George Clinton, because before you said that, I really forgot about that story, and that warms my heart to know he's still doing that, because that's such a cool thing. Like,
I met him 3 or 4 times. He's just
wow,
coolest little old dude in the world.
Oh wow, I love that. So we have one more topic before I think it's on you. Yep, it's on you.
Number 1. Oh yeah, here we go.
Number 1.
If a theme song played every time you enter the room, what song would you choose and why? And it's crazy because I've been thinking about this. And it's 2 of my favorite shows, and I think I'm gonna go with the one I'm gonna decide is a Good Time.
Good times.
You imagine I walk in the room like, good times, anytime you need a friend. Good times, anytime you need a friend. I'm like, that's me all day.
Yeah.
And the second one, which I was kind of tossing up with, was the Jeffersons. Moving on now. every day is a move up, is a hustle. But either one of those, but I think I would stick with the Good Time. 'Cause I want, every time I come in the room, I want you to know it's about to be a good time.
That's lit. I love that. I had such a hard time. I was really hoping we didn't pick that one, because I was like, I don't know. Yeah, I might copy off of you a little bit. I might copy off of you. I like the moving on up, right? Yeah. The Jeffersons. But then I was like, maybe the Moesha. Because Moesha was my show.
Mo to the E to the Moesha.
Like, think of maybe Moesha, but I feel like moving on up, because it's like I'm all about the level up and trying to progress.
Like everybody you got Beyonce and Chaka Khan. You about to move up. You ain't trying to stay at the bottom floor apartment. You trying to go to the big luxury apartment in the sky.
I need the top, like, when the sky, like, I want to be able to high five Jesus.
Yeah,
like I'm trying to be all the way
Tower
up.
Of Babel.
Yeah. That's really what I want, though. So yeah, I would probably say one of those 2. But Supreme, it was such a good time having you on the podcast. Is there anything you want to leave the people with?
Yeah, just remember where I'm from, the book and the EP. The EP is available on all streaming music platforms. So it's Where I'm From, Past Is History is the name of the book, as well as the EP, and it's available on all platforms, and the book is available on Amazon and bookbaby.com, or you can go to my website, SUPREEMDAREZAREKTA.com, or SupremeInTheNewExperience.com, same thing, but get you to the same point. But yeah, so the book and performances, catch me live, so you can have a good time anytime you need a friend. A good time anytime you need a friend.
I love that. So you guys, make sure you check out that book, make sure you check out that album, and make sure you keep your eyes peeled, so that way you can catch Supreme live. Because I always
forget this. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Always, and I this is where my old self need to become New Jack. Catch me on the IG at Supreme SUPREEMDR. Hit me on the gram. So I always forget that.
Yeah, and you know what? Check him on the gram, because if you follow him on the gram, you'll be able to see where he's going to be performing next. He'll be posting, different shows or like book events or anything that he has going on. You'll be able to keep up. So make sure you guys follow. As always, make sure you guys follow Stereotype Radio on Instagram. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube, and follow the Ranting Raving Podcast page at Ranting Raving Podcast on IG. I'm your host, Pink Lee. Thank you guys so much for staying locked in, because once you locked in, ain't no switching up. We'll see you next week.